Charmed to see everyone. Welcome back to Star Player 1. I'm Brandon Knight.
And I'm Shirayuki.
Today with Code Realize. Bouquet of Rainbows. Last time we left off, Nemo is now pretty much, he has his war machine, his big airship.
Yeah.
And he's holding the whole city of London hostage, saying he wants Shirayuki. Give him Shirayuki and he won't destroy everything. Otherwise, he's going to kill everyone. So, things are a little tense. And if you remember, Impei and Shirayuki went out. Yeah, I know. So let's get right into it.
We silently walked through the crowd, not exchanging any words.
Damn it! My home and everything I own turned to ash? Is that what you're doing over here? How terrible. I don't know who he's after, but we just have to hand over one person to end it all? I wish she turned herself in. That's what we have the government for. I'm sure they're taking care of this. Ha! The politicians just think of us as more of city garbage. There's no way they take a stand for us.
No matter where we go, all I hear is talk of the misfortune Nemo has caused. People who have lost their homes and fled to this part of the city. People who look up at the sky and tremble in terror. Some people think the government will come to the rescue and consider all this none of their business. In 3 days, if I'm not found, Nemo is going to set London ablaze. It's not an empty threat. Knowing Nemo, he will probably carry out his promise without any hesitation. If that's what's going to happen, I might as well. As the noise of the crowd swells in the background, my mind begins to spin. If I turn myself in, Nemo might not attack London. In exchange, he'll take the horologium from me, leaving me another silent corpse. I'll no longer be able to live with Impei and the others, or see Impei smile. No,
you won't see Impei. That's your reason for living now.
No, should be arson.
We're not poisoned either, right? We can touch people.
Yeah. Which...
I felt that. That was a thing.
What am I thinking? I was never alive in the first place, so I can never live alongside Impei. I feel like a long time has passed. Impei, let's go back. Thank you for coming with me. As we begin to walk back, I find myself filled with a sense of futility.
There you go.
Impei, who has been quiet all this time, suddenly pokes my cheek.
Shirayuki, why the long face?
Huh?
That expression doesn't suit you. Were you having some weird thoughts? Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, the right answer here is the second one.
Okay. Oh, I always do that. Is it alright for me to stay here? To him and no one else. I feel compelled to confess my true feelings.
It's love.
No, it's not. I speak with a heavy heart. If I stay here in hiding, Nemo will attack London.
He will attack London, yes.
Then maybe I should just turn myself into him. I look down and Impei gently caresses my cheek.
I won't do that.
Okay.
Before, you would have kept all this to yourself. But now you're telling me the truth. Does that have something to do with your love for me?
No.
That's what she's screaming on the inside.
I tried to deny it, but can't quite find the words. I feel a warmth in my chest that prevents me from saying he is completely wrong. I don't know if it's love, but I feel like I shouldn't lie to you.
I think it's pretty safe to say that you're in love with me at this point.
Impei lets out a small sigh, then gently pats me on the head.
Let me just tell you this. Even if you do as Nemo says right now, nothing good will come of it. At all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nemo will just go and destroy the world or take over.
But he said he would burn London down.
Fine. Let's say you surrender yourself to Nemo. If he takes out your horologium, you'll obviously die.
Yes.
After that, Nemo's going to have the insane power of the Hologium at his disposal, and go even more out of control. Even if that stops him from destroying London, it would only be temporary. See? You're getting caught by him actually... You getting caught by him actually leads to a more dangerous outcome. He's right.
Maybe. You're right.
He's right. That's why we're just trying to figure out how to get the happy ending. And with you're safe and we kick Nemo's butt. That's why you're not allowed to be the first one to give up, Shirayuki. That'll make me cry.
Impei's half-joking words and his kindness seep into my heart. I smile and nod, but you don't have a heart. Thank you, Impei. I feel a little more settled now.
Very honored to have been able to assist you, my lady.
Impei gives me a deep bow as he says this.
Have some more faith in us. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Impei's profile, with the light from the city shining on it, looks very kind and beautiful. But it's a smile that has so much warmth that my chest tightens. It makes me afraid to lose him. If Impei abandons me now and takes off, I probably won't be able to bear it. That's how I feel.
He's your light. Your corazón.
No.
Your esperanza.
No.
She's in flames.
Hey, Impei. Why are you doing so much for me?
Huh? Well, why you ask? I guess there's 3 reasons. 1, it's a gentleman's duty to help a lady. 2, my lady is as beautiful as you, it's a no-brainer.
I should have expected as much from you. As Impei lists his reasons with a smile, I can't help but smile myself.
And 3, because I love you.
No. Impei gently holds my hand. He said these words so many times since the day we met that they're like a common greeting now. But when he said, I love you, now it felt different from the previous times.
And I really love seeing you smile. Oops, that was 4. Oops.
He laughs happily. Romantic feelings can develop between a man and a woman, and at times it can be helped. It just arises in your heart without any regard for a person's will. I read about that long ago in a book in my mansion. I had thought it was an emotion that I would never feel. But now I see. No, you do not see.
It's love.
No.
I won't say I'm in love.
This feeling. I look at Impei and smile. No, you better not say it. Impei, the warmth of a person in love. No. No.
It's happening, audience. It's happening.
No. This person has taught me everything. If an artificial being like me is able to fall in love.
What is it, Shirayuki? Say it. Say it!
Yes! She didn't say it! Nothing, I just wanted to say your name. This is when I feel it happen, right in this moment. As we approach the door to the hideout, I see Lupin walking towards us and raises my hand.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. In addition to Lupin, Van Helsing, Victor, and Saint Germain are walking with him. Where did you all go?
We just went out to see how things are in the city and to get some food. We had a lot to investigate.
You all came out as a group?
We were all worried about you two. You have been gone for quite a while. Plus, the one escorting you is the least reliable person in the whole group. How dare you speak of a lady's night in that way? Besides, the least reliable one is Sissy. Why are you comparing yourself to a dog?
As we talk, Lupin opens the door and steps in. He stops
Herlock
suddenly.
Sholmes. I'm calling it. He's here.
I had been walking right behind him, but I come to a hasty stop. What's the matter, Lupin? I peek out from around Lupin's back to see what's going on in the room. You guessed it!
I called it!
I stiffen in surprise.
What? Sholmes! What are you doing here? What you ask? I'm here because the Herlocks let me in.
Sholmes leisurely lifts a steaming cup to his lips.
He was at that mansion before. He's your friend, isn't he, Lupin? As the one left in charge during your absence, I decided to take responsibility and invited him inside. You're welcome. He is not my friend. Don't serve this man any of our tea.
As Belly was giving his explanation, Lupin was looking up at the ceiling. Then he suddenly looks over at Sholmes as if realizing something.
No, that's not the point. Hold on, you. How'd you find out about this place? Elementary. You're always so full of questions.
He shrugs as he says this.
I visited the mansion, but you lot were nowhere to be seen. I didn't have any choice but to deduce where your current hideout would be, based on your actions and ranked by probability. Luckily for me, I was right on my first guess. It's a little scary how lucky I've been these days. Would you like a cup? It's cheap, but it's rather soothing. That's my tea, and I bought it! I like seeing those two together.
Yeah. Lupin stomps over to Sholmes and snatches a cup away from him.
Oh wow, I've never seen anyone toying with Lupin so much. It certainly is entertaining to see. That man is out of his element. Oh, that's right. There's one important thing I forgot to tell you. Regarding this side of yours, several other visitors are scheduled to stop by. Wouldn't that be alright? Huh? What do you mean? Here's what I mean.
Sholmes snaps his fingers.
Is it the guard?
I'm wondering.
You're not gonna get away this time. I think it's the guard guy. Leonhardt, I think his name is.
Yep. I turn towards the sudden booming voice to see Leonhardt and his soldiers storming into the room.
Call this, jeez. Lupin! There's no escape this time!
I'm intimidated by Leonhardt's intensity and takes a few steps back. Huh? What?
How'd you know about this place? I invited him. You utter bastard. And yet, you really didn't sense their presence at all? My Lupin, it seems you're getting a little rusty.
Perhaps the man's attitude has gotten to Lupin because he closes in on Sholmes with none of his usual cool. Sholmes truly is Lupin's weakness. Despite the situation, I watched him with interest.
You really do detest me. What's wrong with a thief hating a detective? Now what? Do we drive him out? Van Helsing, you shouldn't say such things when you don't mean to do them.
Saint Germain takes a step forward, waving his hands to call for a reason from us all.
There's no way Van Helsing would have missed this many people lying in wait for us. Is that true? You should have said something. And I feel like they were here to harm us, so I figured there was no need to warn you. All of you, stop talking! Lupin, you're under arrest! It looks like there's one old man here who still has some animosity for us. Hey, wait a second, you said he's under arrest, but didn't Victoria say we are protected by the government?
When Victor asks this, Leonhardt jerks himself upright.
This is a direct order from Her Majesty the Queen. She wants all of you to be escorted to the palace. I see. The Queen. Then, Mr. Sholmes, I take it you were hired by the government to find us. Do I have that right? Just as you say.
Sholmes pours himself another cup of tea and raises it to the count in a salute.
So, what you're saying is escort some government... So, is escort some government lingo to force us to come along with you at gunpoint? Well, no. That was my call. To prevent any of you from getting away.
You could have just told us that you were here to escort us.
He's a very serious man. It is both his strength and his weakness. Just come with us. We mustn't keep Her Majesty waiting.
Leonhardt declares this, then leaves the room, fully expecting us to follow. We all look at one another, then decide that it's best to follow him without resisting. We're split into several groups, then are transported by carriage. I'm in the same carriage as Impei and Leonhardt.
Oh, good.
No, it's not good. Deli and Cicero are allowed to stay behind at the hideout. This was Van Helsing's idea, as Deli's presence among government officials who fear vampire retaliation may cause tension.
He's right.
I agreed with him. I would like Deli to be as far away from the conflict as possible. I watch as the night skyline flows by and think about what lies ahead. At this point, I have no clue what Queen Victoria's intentions are in sending for us. The soldiers don't seem to have any animosity for us, but we still can't allow ourselves to relax.
She probably wants to deal with this whole threat.
Yeah.
You look pale. Are you alright?
Yes.
Hey, old man. You're not plotting to hand her over to Nemo, are you? I am not privy to Her Majesty's motives. So you're saying that she didn't want to tell you? Wow, she would not trust you at all. How dare you? She's being cautious that the government motives are not leaked to the external parties. However, Her Majesty did say that she would do you no harm. Whatever the Queen has up her sleeve, the lady here is safe with me.
Impei's words are reassuring. If he says I'll be alright, I trust him.
He protects his woman.
No. We pass through streets lined with large mansions, and a much larger building comes into view. Buckingham Palace, standing tall and dignified, rises high into the London night.
Follow me.
We exit the carriage surrounded by a great number of soldiers. We walk through the palace halls. Eventually, we arrive at a wide open space. Beyond the line of soldiers, the Queen sits with an air of composure upon the throne at the far end of the room.
Oh boy. Oh jeez, I can't remember her voice I gave her.
I can't either.
Your Majesty, I brought them here as you commanded. Thank you, Leonhardt. Excellent work as usual. Thank you, Madame. It is an honor to receive your praise.
The Queen smiles at Leonhardt as the man bows, then she looks over at us.
Thank you for coming, young lady and Dr. Frankenstein. It's been a while. Not even a greeting. You really do hate me. This is an emergency. We must set aside our grievances and cooperate.
Victoria smiles, but Victor stubbornly refuses to look at her.
Just get to the point. Why'd you bring us here? You must be the knight, Sir Abraham von Helsing. I'm honored to meet the living legend once again. It was most surprising to learn that you yourself are involved with this group. Now, so why some you here? I'm sure you already figured out, haven't you, young lady?
Because Nemo demanded that you hand me over.
Correct. As he looked down upon us upon London from that ridiculous toy of his. We saw you escape from the giant battleship that suddenly appeared in the sky. That's rather observant of you. In this day and age, one must be observant if one wishes to rule a nation. And we already have looked into this culprit, Nemo. A former scientist of the Royal Society, he was expelled as a result of his dangerous and unethical experiments. Our record states that he vanished shortly after his expulsion. But here he is, picking a fight with all of Britain from that G-jaw of his. If you know about that much, then you already know a lot about him, so what do you want from us? I know about him, but I need to know what you know. If you tell me everything, I won't let any harm come to you.
We all look at each other and nod. Impei steps forward as our representative.
I suppose I'll do the talking since I know the most.
Impy proceeds to give her a
Thorough?
thorough explanation of everything that has happened to us. Of course, he doesn't go into my horologium or his gravity elevator.
Close enough. So basically, Nemo's trying to take over the world, and he needs her to do that. That's the situation. I see. Young lady, Nemo said something about a girl with a horologium, but you don't know anything about that.
No. I nod timidly. Victoria looks at me as if she can see right through me, but eventually turns away and sighs.
I see. Fine, let's all give that some consideration. Let's all give that some consideration at a later time. There we go. For now, our priority is to stop Nemo. I'm also curious about this connection to the Twilight Forces you say were on his ship. I'll have that looked into. Really, of all places, he chooses this nation under my rule to be his first stepping stone to taking over the world. She's really scaring me.
Me too. Perhaps the queen is the competitive type. As we look at each other nervously, a soldier comes rushing into the room, his footsteps loud on the floor.
Pardon me, something's happened. Calm yourself, man. You stand before the queen. It's fine, Leonhard. What happened? Tell me. Yes, ma'am. The battleship has appeared above London again. It's bombarding the city's industrial area.
The soldier's words set the room abuzz. Just then, a strange noise resounds from outside.
I remember that sound from earlier today. It's a loudspeaker on the Nautilus. Meaning another public address from Nemo. Open the window, please.
A soldier opens the window as she commands, and the cold night air drifts inside. I hear shrill laughter and see bursts of fire flaring up in the distance.
Do you see this, everyone? The beautiful bloom of fate taking seed in all of London. You are all such fools. You need to be taught repeatedly before you let yourself be guided to the correct path. Is this thing on? That is why I'm back. Now, do we have a good understanding of what will happen if you deny me?
I see red lights in the distance. The darkness of the night makes them stand out all the more, and we are rooted in place in shock.
Damn it. This is insane.
How could he? Oh no, it's all my fault.
Calm down, Shirayuki. He's trying to shake you up so you turn yourself in. He's correct. There's no need to go.
Victoria rises from her throne and slowly steps forward.
Leonhard, inform the British Airborne Knights to prepare for combat deployment immediately. I, Queen Victoria, approve it. Shoot down that battleship and hold nothing back. Yes, ma'am.
Victoria continues to give orders to the other soldiers in the room.
The skies above London will become a battlefield. Announce an evacuation order to the entire city. Yes, Your Highness. Nemo, are you ready to dance? Now, everyone, let's show them the might of the British Empire. By your command.
The soldiers all respond in
unison
to Victoria's orders. That night, flashes of light are visible in the night sky. A contingent of the Airborne Knights airships lift off. They head straight for the Nautilus, which has remained hovering over the industrial area lit from below by the flames. However, the gun batteries on the Nautilus shoot down the approaching airships one after another. In a matter of minutes, the sky is filled with fire and smoke. The scene is enough to drive onlookers to despair.
I'll slap all you pesky insects down.
Nemo stands in the Nautilus pilot house watching the fight below and laughing hysterically. The Royal Society had expelled him. What a joy it is now to shoot down the airships devised by those same feeble minds.
How does it feel? This is the power of science! To the master of the very one you drove out!
Nemo laughs.
I wish his voice was like this. He'd be a funny villain to watch.
Yeah. If only Master Isaac was here. Isaac Beckford is the one person who Nemo truly respects. However, even Isaac eventually abandoned him. When the Royal Society expelled him, Isaac had cast him aside as well. Why? What had he done? Before Nemo could confront Isaac with these questions, the man had gone missing. Ever since then, Nemo has been thinking.
Master Isaac! You're watching me from somewhere, aren't you?
Isaac must be waiting for him.
What do you think of this? Of all my brilliance and all my intelligence and all my brilliance!
Nemo needs to show that he is a scientist worthy of assisting the great Isaac. Surely that is what Isaac is waiting for.
And we'll see if that is what he's waiting for in the next episode. So, if you guys would, take your Nautilus and shoot down that subscribe button right down below. Leave a like and comment if you would as well. And as always, we'll see all of you in the next Star Player 1 episode. Bye!